Was I really not able to stand up one day and then stand up half an hour later? Yeah, I was. And you can tell by watching that because there's just so much. I mean, I'd have to be a brilliant actor to have pulled off any of this stuff. And I'm not. I'm a shitty actor. I'm a really shitty actor. Okay, so from watching that video, you know, I can see just like anyone else can see. I may not have been aware at the time how bad I was, how much muscle I had lost, but I watched that video 2 nights ago, and since then, and I see no legs, no muscles in the legs, nothing, eerie, creepy. And that was 2 years ago. And you know where I've been the last 2 years? I've been on my couch 95% of the time. So if I have any muscles left, I don't have much. And it's going to take a little longer than I expected, but it's still going to happen. I mean, good things are happening. It may not be perfect, but good things are happening. And I want to be alive. Good things are happening. And I'm not going to try. Everything I've ever said is going to happen is still going to happen. Maybe more. It's just going to take some time. When you don't have the muscles it takes to get off a chair and stand up, you don't get off a chair and stand up. All right, that's not going to happen to me. I was just over at my bridge. Even though I have the bridge there to pull myself up, I can't. And oh my God, you just have no idea how gone my muscles are. And I'm not just talking about my legs. I'm talking about, you know, everything up here. What's the Popeye part of your body called? That hurts. I just realized that. But the first thing I started noticing after a few days after I began my treatment is that, you know, I got a lot of sore muscle pain in my biceps and triceps and maybe my pecs and back muscle, shoulder muscles up here, which is awesome because that means it surely means I'm doing more physical whatever. But it could mean, and I don't know because I don't feel like I'm doing a lot more, but it feels like I can get more I can get more from exercise when I'm on Percocet than when I'm off. I don't feel like I'm doing a lot more. One thing I am doing a lot more of is sitting on my chair. I mean, I've been sitting here for like an hour and a half just talking to my camera. I haven't moved. And I couldn't have done that a couple weeks ago. So one thing that's happening when I sit, you could kind of consider sitting exercise for me right now. Because what happens when I sit is that I'm using all those muscles down in the, I guess they're core muscles. I I haven't used any of those muscles in so long. So like stomach muscles or stomach area muscles and your lower back muscles, and also hip muscles, butt muscles. I'm not really getting much there right now, but that'll happen. But yeah, I got a lot of sore muscles in my upper body, arms and shoulders and pecs, and that's awesome, because I know what that means. That means means the same thing that it means when it happens to you. It means you've used your muscles, and a lot more than you normally do, and they're gonna hurt for a minute, but when they're done hurting, you're gonna be a little more able to do things. What it also means is that you're gonna hurt less, and I really need to make a video about that, but that's not this video. Being weak hurts. It hurts more than anything. I mean, okay. Oh, I want to try a pain scale. There's not 1 through 10. There's how long have you been in pain? Is it all the time? My current pain isn't ridiculous. Even if, I did take a pain pill a couple hours ago, but even if I hadn't, it wouldn't be comparable to the worst pain I've ever felt. Not even close. But it never stops. Never stops. Plus, it's basically everywhere. And it's everywhere, except maybe from here up. So when you got a lot of area that's in pain, and it's been in pain for a long, long time with no breaks, that's different than that's what really matters. Of course, if you get 2nd or 3rd degree burns, it's gonna hurt. And if you say anything lower than 9, you're stupid. When they ask you at the hospital what your pain level is, because if you, it's a 10. It's a 10. If you get burned how I was burned, and I've shown the pictures a whole bunch, that's 10. That is easily 10. But you know what? Eventually it stops. And that wasn't the greatest example to start with. Another good example is kidney stones. Now, I've had kidney stones, and I think twice. I know one time I had a kidney stone, and it was 24 hours or so of fetal position. You don't go into a fetal position unless you're in pain, or because you're just showing someone what a fetal position is. But yeah, that was really, really bad. That was probably the worst pain I've ever felt. But you know what? It was 24 hours. And that makes a huge difference. Someone can be in 5 or 6 pain, but if they've been in that kind of pain for 5 or 10 or 20 years, it's not 5 or 6 pain anymore, because it has made them weak, just like it has made me weak. And the way I see it, basically all my physical disability is pain. And almost anyone you see who's disabled is in a lot of pain. Now, I don't know about migraines. I don't know about what when people are paralyzed. I don't know about paralysis. I don't know if that's the right word, but when you just can't, when you simply will never be able to move again because paralysis. I'm not paralyzed. I can move. I just can't move enough to do anything people have to do. And there are a lot of people like that. Most of them are a lot older than me. When you see those people limping or riding a rascal or a power chair or using a walker or a cane, you're looking at somebody who hurts a lot. Probably a lot more than you ever have. Probably someone who has a high tolerance for pain, too. I can't prove it, but I'm not just saying that because I want to, because I felt like it. I'm saying it because I've thought about it a lot, and I've experienced it a lot, and I'm not an I'm not a senior citizen. I'm a lot older than you probably think I am, but that used to be awesome, but not when you're crippled, not when you're in pain, not when you have the body of a 150-year-old. There was a phone brainwashed the way I paused. But I say a lot of things that I know a lot of people won't agree with. And sometimes I say it matter-of-factly, sometimes I say it as a kind of hypothesis. And I feel like most or all of the people who disagree with me, when I say things like that video that I made a month or two ago about the level 6 pain, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I showed, I haven't even read the comments, and I may never, I don't know, I mean, because I said you won't hurt me by saying what's really on your mind. I'm not sure that was entirely true. So I thought it was when I said it, but I fear being hurt by those comments, which is why I haven't read them. But I did see a few words from one, and it said something to the effect of, well, how do you know that's not just how you interpret pain? Well, here's how I know. I walked across the United States. That hurt. That hurt infinitely more than anything I'd ever experienced before that. For 7 months or 211 days. It wasn't like a kidney stone. Actually, okay, I had a kidney stone before that, so but you know what, it hurt more than, it was a lot worse than a kidney stone, because a kidney stone lasted for a day. Walking across the United States lasted for 7 months. That it just can't even be compared to anything I had ever experienced before that, other than injuries, which stopped hurting after a couple of weeks. All right, so injuries might be 10 level pain, but they stop soon, and that matters. Most injuries, that is. I think you know what I'm talking about. But hopefully I'm making sense, because I'm not trying to say things that are in my best interest versus, you know, their opinions. They might be opinions, but they're opinions that can probably be proven either right or wrong. And that's my biggest objective. I mean, all these medicines doctors prescribe for people have been way more than proven not to be helpful. Yet we still go back and we beg them for these medicines. And I'm not talking about opioids when I say that. Because they're not handing out opioids to everyone like they're candy. I don't see opioid commercials that say, first of all, I don't see opioid commercials at all. All right, I have never seen an opioid commercial. But if they existed, they wouldn't be telling me for 3 or 4 minutes how many ways this drug will fuck me up. With regular, normal dosage. Every pharmaceutical commercial I see on TV does that. Humira, I think it's Humira that someone I know took that gave him throat cancer. He talks out of a voice box. That's the only way I've ever known him, but I know he didn't used to talk out of a voice box, and that shit didn't make him any better. Oxycodone has made me better. And I know why. And it's because, why doesn't it make everyone else in your condition better? Well, here's why. Because they take 10 or 15 other medications. It's just like with OxyContin. If I take OxyContin, Percocet is almost useless. And that's how it's almost always prescribed. If you take Percocet, you're probably taking OxyContin as well. At least if you're a chronic or intractable pain patient. Or maybe it's the other way around. If you take, I don't know. But almost every pain patient takes OxyContin. That's why other people with arachnoiditis or whatever don't improve like I did. And I never got a chance to really do it. Hopefully the chance I have now won't be taken from me, because the things that are going to happen to me will change the world if people are paying attention. And that's not arrogance saying that. It's just not arrogance. I have nothing to gain. Obviously, I'm not gonna become famous by making videos like this, yet I keep doing it. My objective is not to be famous. I may as well close with the sky of this beautiful day. Just thinking about this, by the way, if I sound like a robot when I talk, and if I didn't before, which I may have, it's because of voice to text. I speak much clearer now than I once did because I have to. And iPhone still can't get it right. Fucking piece of shit.